Good morning, students. Our today's topic in the subject of business studies O levels is industrial relations. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start. This topic is very important. A lot of concepts and ideas are going to be involved. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start now. Making decisions. Management and workers need to decide how they should relate to each other. They both have common interest, such as ensuring the survival of the business. Because if there is business, then workers and management both will survive, without which both will not survive. However, they also have conflicting objectives, such as the size of the pay increases or the quality of the working conditions. So, the size of the pay increases and the quality of the working conditions are important for workers more than the management, because management are more concerned with the profits and the size of the business. Workers need to decide whether to join a trade union to protect their rights or interest. Management needs to decide whether it will work with trade unions and how to communicate with workers. Both management and trade unions are responsible for relations between workers and managers in business. So these are the interests of both parties, the management and the workers. So I'm going to explain this topic to you people through a story. So this topic will be much more interesting and easy for you people to understand. So here the story begins. Cannaby is an engineering company, Tipton in the West Midlands. It was founded in 1955 when the engineering industry was strong. Today it employs only one-third of the workers. It just 20 years before. Okay, the topic which we are going to read in this lecture is communication. The management at Cannaby communicates with its workforce over a whole range of the issues such as pay, holidays, working conditions, and contracts of the employment, redundancies, and staffing levels. Industrial relations in the term used to describe the relationship between the two groups. So, industrial relations definition is here. In the term used to describe the relationship between the two groups are workers and the management. Since the company has founded, the workers have always been member of the trade union. They exist to protect the interest of their members. At Cannaby, trade union representatives negotiate on behalf of the members with the management. This negotiations is called collective bargaining. It is collective because many shareholders are represented by just a few managers. So, few managers represent the whole shareholders, whole workers, which are the members of the trade union, to the management. Equally, many workers are represented by just a few trade union representatives. Collective bargaining provides a channel of the communication between the workers and the management. So now we are going to read the trade union. Why workers join the trade unions? So this is very important topic. So concentrate yourself. Workers at Cannaby belongs to trade union because they provide a range of these services. And here are the services of the trade union. They negotiate with the employers and employers association over conditions of work, including pay, hours, holidays, and safety. They give legal protection to workers, offering advice about issues such as unfair dismissal and dismissal. If matters are serious enough, they will employ legal experts to defend members in the court. They provide monetary benefits. These vary from union to union. They can include strike pay, death insurance, mortgages, and personal loans. So these are the benefits of joining a trade union. But in turn of these benefits, workers pay trade union fee to the union. They act as pressure group. They try to pressure employers, their associations, and government to bring further benefits to workers. They also resist changes which are likely to harm a workers' interest. So this is the reason most of the workers join the trade union, because joining the trade union provides you big advantages as compared to small fee that you pay to the trade union. At Canabai, like other businesses, the union members elect shop stewards to represent their interest. So, try to understand. Union members elect one person who is called shop steward to represent their interest. A shop steward is an unpaid volunteer. He or she deals with the problems of the members either directly or by passing the problem on to someone better able to sort it out. Shop steward therefore act as a channel of the communication between the workers and the management. The shop steward elect one of their members to be the senior shop steward. He or she acts as a convener. The convener sits on the joint consultative committee with the other shop stewards. This is a committee made up of. So, first, the union members elect a shop steward who is responsible for presenting their case. There means the members' case in front of the management of the organization. Then, shop steward elect a convener who is also called the senior shop steward. Actually, that senior shop steward or the convener sits on the joint consultative committee with the other shop stewards. This is a committee made up of the shop stewards and representatives from the management, which include the personal manager. It meets regularly to discuss whatever issues either union or the management want to have discussed. Issues which can be raised include. So these are the issues which the shop steward, convener, and the management discuss with each other time to time. Number one, pay, including pay rises, overtime pay, and bonuses. Number two, conditions of the work such as hours, holidays, and shift working. Number three, health and safety at work. Number four, redundancies. Number five, equal opportunities. Alongside the voluntary workers of the union, there are full-time officials. These are paid by the union to give advice and help to members, shop steward, and branches. So, some official workers who get pay from the trade union are also the employees of the trade union who give advice and help to the members, shop stewards, and branches. Each year, a union holds an annual conference. This is the AGM, that is annual general meeting of the union. Representatives are elected by the members to go to the conference. The motions of the conference which are passed become policy for the union. The full-time officials of the union then have to follow that policy. Now we are going to read trade associations in the topic. So, when workers join the trade union to protect their rights, at the same time there is a union for the employers as well to protect their rights. That is called trade associations. So concentrate yourself. Canabai belongs to the trade association. Trade associations represent the interests of the businesses. Like trade unions, they act as the pressure group, representing their members' interests to the government and other organizations. They give advice to the member businesses. They can also be involved in research and development for the benefit of the members. Some trade associations negotiate industry-wide pay agreements with trade unions. Minimum pay levels at Cannaby are set by these yearly negotiations at industry-wide level. However, Cannaby is free to pay its workers more if it so wishes. So these are the benefits, these are the functions of the trade associations and the benefits for the employers or businesses to join the trade associations. Next thing that we are going to read is the industrial action. Nearly all workers' management problems are sorted out peacefully. However, some problems are still there which are not able to be solved. However, very occasionally an issue arises which sets workers against management without any agreement. Various forms of the industrial action can then be taken to try and force the other side to back down. Workers, for instance, can go on strike. So here we are going to read different actions that are taken by the workers to put pressure on the employer to accept their demands. The number one action is go on strike. Perhaps one day strike or a strike where only key workers don't come into work, or most serious, an all-out strike by all workers. All-out strike by all workers mean full workers will go out of the workplace and refuse to work. Number two action, ban overtime work to slow down the speed of the manufacturing. The next action that can be taken by the workers is boycott work, such as refusing to work with new machinery. Management too can take actions against workers. In particular, it can lock out its workers, either sacking them all and employing new workers, or stating that only workers who are prepared to accept management terms will be allowed to resume work. So both parties are having their rights, both parties having their options to put pressure on the other team. So here are the actions that are taken by the employer, and here are the actions that are taken by the employees. In management and workers are in dispute, they can bring in a case to help them resolve there. So this is another option to solve a serious problem that is not going to be solved with direct contact of the trade union and the trade association or the management. So here is another option. If the management and the workers are in dispute, they can bring in a case to help them resolve their disagreement. A case is the advisory, conciliation and arbitration service. It is an independent body financed by the government, which is responsible for giving advice to both businesses and employees about industrial relations matters. It also provides a conciliation service. This means that it is prepared to help management and workers to come to an agreement when they are in dispute. Finally, it provides an arbitration service. This is where management and workers agree to allow an outside person, arbitrator, to make a decision about something in dispute. So this is the last resort. Finally, we are going to read some key terms in the lecture. Number one, arbitration, a method of settling a dispute which involves both parties agreeing to put their case to an independent outside arbitrator and accept his or her judgment as to how the dispute should be settled. This is called arbitration. Next term is conciliation, process of helping two parties to a dispute to discuss and settle their dispute. Next is convener, the senior shop steward in place of the work. Next, industrial relations, the relationship between the business and their workers. Next, joint consultative committee, committee of trade union and management representatives which meet regularly to discuss issues of the concern. Next, shop steward, A trade union member elected by the workers in place of the work to represent their interests to management. Next, trade association, an organization which represents the interest of the businesses, which are its members. And the final term is trade union, an organization which represents the interest of the workers who are its members. And finally, here is a checklist. I have made some questions from the lecture. If you can solve these questions with the help of the lecture, you will be in better position to solve the paper in a very comfortable way. So I hope so this lecture will be much more easy for you to understand and interesting one. So read this lecture again, understand it, learn it, and make your notes. Thank you so much.